Alrighty. Hello everybody. It is Nick at 10 here. Welcome back to yet another Tuesday evening podcast. Um, just a heads up, this podcast is not going to be probably as long as my normal podcasts are, only because I am very short on time at the moment. But of course, I'll give it a little moment to see if anyone wants to join before we get started. I hope everyone is having a fantastic day, whether it's the morning, afternoon, or evening for you guys. Regardless, I hope everyone's doing very well. Um, yeah. Hey, J Doc, welcome to the panel. Good to have you here. Give it another moment, see if anyone wants to join and stuff. Uh, uh. Okay, I think we're good to get started. Once again, for everyone joining just now, it's not going to be too long of a podcast, maybe the max 10-ish minutes, strictly because I'm a little crunched on time. I was supposed to stream earlier, but I got sidetracked and things came up, and now I'm a little short on time because of it. So today's podcast topic is going to be my thoughts on online subscriptions and stuff. So for those of you who have not heard of it in a while, basically when certain events happened in 2020, we saw a rise in what people call online subscriptions, whether it's television, gaming, stuff like that. With everyone, with the rise in online use increasing over time and stuff, companies did not think it would be necessary to, pay for like dedicated channels and stuff on TV programs and just have a dedicated online streaming service. Because everyone was stuck at home, they thought that they can push their services and have people watch online. So a bunch of companies decided to have their exclusive streaming services. Obviously, everyone's aware of Netflix and stuff. That was long before those whole event and stuff. But now we have Disney Plus, Hulu, Paramount Plus, ESPN. Those are the main ones. So let's get the pros and cons out of the way. Pros, it's sort of convenient. You get access to it on any device that has access to the internet or service, whether it be like your smartphone, your television, or like any game consoles. The cons, though, is that a lot of these services, for lack of a better word, are pretty damn expensive. Disney Plus, I am looking at you. You are constantly increasing your prices for no reason. I don't know why they're constantly raising their prices. I get that things are going up in price nowadays, but like to increase streaming services too, like really? Really? Is it cost that much to keep up a streaming service? I'm sorry if I butcher your name. Hello, TV. Welcome to the stream. Again, I apologize if I butcher your name. So you're probably wondering, why did I not label this as TV subscriptions? Well, along with television subscriptions, there's also gaming subscriptions, whether it's Nintendo, Xbox, PlayStation, stuff like that. I'm just going to say this right now. I think it is extremely stupid that we had to pay to have access to online services for their consoles and stuff. Freaking, if I could think here, I'll answer your question in a second. I just want to look my train of thought. We spend hundreds, or in some cases, in the unfortunate chances of scammers, like thousands of dollars to use these consoles and stuff. I only give mods to people and stuff if they're 18 or older, if I know them for like a long time and stuff. For privacy reasons, please do not give me your age in the chat and stuff. If you want to confirm with me if you're age appropriate and stuff to be a moderator, text me privately off screen. Again, nothing against you, but I just don't want your personal info being visible to others and stuff. That's all. I like to keep people's info private and respected. What else? But yeah, I don't know why all these gaming companies are also increasing their prices. The biggest damn culprit is Xbox. $30 for freaking Game Pass? What the F is wrong with you? Do you think people just have $30 laying around that they could just throw away on gaming services? If you know my age, it's in my bio. I'm not saying my age here. Respected. I don't want your age being displayed either. That's not my business or anyone's business. That's up to you if you want to disclose your age. I don't feel comfortable disclosing my age on camera either. I will say I'm an adult though. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, I mean, there is one pro to freaking um, online subscriptions for gaming is that you get a heck of a ton of access to like these games and stuff, whether it's new games or old school games. The best example I could say is the Nintendo Switch Online services. You get access to NES, Super Nintendo, Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, sometimes Game Boy Color, Nintendo 64, and now GameCube and stuff. And it's not just that; you also get access to third-party softwares like Sega Genesis and stuff. And now they're adding Virtual Boy. I think it's stupid you have to pay $100 for a plastic accessory for it, but that's another topic. PlayStation's is also good and stuff. Yeah, PlayStation Services is also good and stuff. Um, you can also stream games on PlayStation even if you don't buy it and stuff. If you have premium. One negative I hate about the PlayStation Online services, it's a little. I know this one's a little depends if you want to buy it, but it's related to the PlayStation Portal. The PlayStation Portal, for those of you guys don't know, is semi handheld, semi not. Basically, if you connect it to your PlayStation and stuff, you can play remote and stuff, whether from your bed or anywhere, as long as the console's on and you have access to internet and stuff. The reason why I say it's stupid with premium is that you can play on the Portal without having to have the console on, but only if you have premium, which is stupid. And if you guys don't know, premium is like $20 a month. What the heck? Hey, Rage Master, welcome to the chat. It's like incredibly stupid. And Xbox, do not get me even started. Yes, your game selection is pretty decent, but again, I am not forgiving you for that stupid $30 a month price tag. It's stupid. I don't know if it honestly went down or not. To be honest, I don't know if they lowered the prices since then, but still, it's ridiculous. It's so stupid. What else is there? Now, do I use these services still despite these? Oh, absolutely. Of course. I don't play as much as I used to, but I'm definitely a gamer at heart and stuff. I play Nintendo. I play PlayStation. Xbox, not as much anymore. In fact, my poor Xbox Series X is just rotting and collecting dust at this point, but that's my fault for spending $300. Anyway, what else? All I had to say for this is that to get back to the TV ones, for example, here's what I have to say on that. If you're using just one streaming service for TV, it's fine. It might be pricey depending on the thing, but it should be fine. But if you're paying for like multiple at a time, then it can get very unreasonably pricey and stuff. I would say, in my opinion, look through the TV, the show options and stuff. See which one you would most likely commit to the most and go from there. Don't have multiple freaking subscriptions paid at the same time just because there's one show on there and stuff. Stick to just one streaming service and stuff. I mean, obviously, of course, though, if you feel like spending the money and you want to do it, by all means. But if you know you're not going to commit to them, I would not think it's worth spending the money. Gaming services, though. If you know you're barely going to play games and stuff, or especially online, it is not worth it and stuff. It is not worth it at all. But if you do use it almost every day, or if you're a streamer in this case, I guess it's sort of worth it and stuff, the online subscriptions. But again, I would only say get the most expensive one or the one that gives you the most benefit and stuff. If you know it's something that's going to use almost every day, or if you're like a streamer and stuff and you need it for work and stuff. Because again, premium for PlayStation is expensive, but it's really nice being able to not only just stream games without having to take up space on your hard drive, but you also don't have to pay to stream those games and stuff, which is nice. It's really cool. And Nintendo and stuff, for all the nonsense that they get nowadays now, which again is a topic in itself, I will say though, I think Nintendo has the best of the gaming subscriptions and stuff. You just do one payment for the year if you decide to do yearly, and that's it. Yes, PlayStation and Xbox do have yearly ones too, but Nintendo's is definitely the most affordable. I mean, like $50 is ridiculous, but that's you get a lot for the package. And of course, I just want to disclose this. This is not an advertisement for any of the companies or the services that I just disclosed. This is just my personal discussion opinions. Again, this is not an ad. Hashtag not a sponsorship or anything. Not a sponsorship in the slightest. Anything else I want to add? Let me see. Anything else I want to add here? I think that basically covered it. I think that basically covers it. Yeah, I think that's basically it. While I wait for any last minute questions, I just want to give a little announcement tab here. Next Tuesday, depending on what's going on and stuff, I'm going to try to have a group panel and stuff and hang out on here. So, so you guys know how I join my buddies and stuff on their panels and whatever. I'm gonna see if they can join me on this panel and stuff because they have been asking me to do a group panel and stuff for a while. So, if you want a chance to be able to join the panel and stuff, here's the rules and stuff. First, of course, you have to have access to one of the Discord servers off screen that I am part of and stuff. Whether it's from the Side Hustlers Discord or the Week Club Discord or the Biker Gang Discord. If you are in any of those servers, then you are already qualified to join stuff. However, if you do decide to join my panel and stuff, you have to be 18 years or older. If you are under 18, you are not allowed to join the panel at all. I do not allow minors to join my panel. No offense. I just don't feel comfortable having people under 18 on my panel and stuff. I just don't. That's just my opinion when I'm hosting. Again, when other people host, they can do whatever they want. But for me personally, I don't feel comfortable having people under 18 on my panel. So yeah, again, those are the rules. You had to be. Oh, and Winter King, what's going on? So yeah, those are the rules for the group panel and stuff. If you want to be able to join the panel, you have to have access to one of the servers that I am in. Again, whether the Side Hustlers, Week Club, Biker Gang, or the Winter Nights. And you also had to be 18 or older. And also, if you are to confirm your age with me to join the panel, please do not type it in any of the chats or my comments and stuff. All right. If you want to confirm your age and stuff, do it privately off screen with me. I'm just going to go ahead and give some last a chance for people to join if they want to add any more comments before I go. But yeah, again, I do not know entirely for sure yet if I am going to be doing the group panel yet. I'm not sure. I have to think about it still. But if I do, it will be next Tuesday when I go live and stuff. It'll be next Tuesday and stuff. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and call it there for now. I hope everyone that joined enjoyed what they heard. If you guys enjoyed what you heard, feel free to leave a like and comment down below what else I should talk about and stuff. And if you want to be notified and stuff when I do more podcasts like this, consider hitting the subscribe button and ringing the bell so you're notified the next time I go live. Again, I normally try to go live every Tuesday or so in the evening, Eastern Standard Time. But if I can, I tend to go Saturday afternoons and stuff. But primarily Tuesday evenings and stuff, Eastern Standard Time. So yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna call it there. Thank you guys all for listening. This has been Nick Cat 10 signing off. You all have a good rest of your days.